Heyo. Good morning, everybody. Good morning, everybody. How we doing? Ooh. Turn the fan off. See, I can't hear the damn thing when I don't have my hearing aids in or my headphones on. So, guten Morgen, negates. Oh, that's weird. For some reason, it won't let me scroll back up the chat. So I can see Striker, Danny, other Danny. And only one Steve, but I got some GCM and some Anarchy in the chat too. Good morning, gentlemen. And lady, Danny. Good to see you guys. So, this morning, and I'm hoping I can crack some jokes and have a little fun with this one this morning. I've got this article, and I'm gonna read you most of the article. We're going to read the news like Tim Cast likes to say. So let's read the news. But I've got a little color commentary to go with this because I think there's some reading between the lines that can be done here. After Tucker Carlson exits Fox News, advertisers start to return to the 8 p.m. slot. Oh, really? You know, there's some interesting numbers to be done there. And good morning, Sergeant Major and Ma have joined us. Good to see you guys. Okay. So, Tucker Carlson is out at the 8 p.m. slot on Fox News Channel, and the network hopes that a host of blue-chip advertisers that for years avoided his controversial hour will soon come back in. This is interesting. Okay, so this article is from Variety, not exactly a bastion of conservative thought. And clearly, guys, this is spin cycle for days. I mean, oh, we're gonna get some of our big woke advertisers back. Yeah, you're gonna get your big woke advertisers back, ladies hygiene products, stuff like that. Procter and Gamble, Venus Razors, Novo Nordisk's trendy medication, Ozempic, and Scott's Miracle Grow. Why Scott's Miracle Grow? Okay. We're supposed to believe that Tucker Carlson's audience is nothing but angry straight white men. Well, I'll tell you something about us angry straight white men. We like to crack open a cold beer. Nothing light, a real beer. Maybe smoke a cigar and ride a tractor around in the yard. So Scott's Miracle Grow was not avoiding Tucker Carlson because they thought their target market wasn't there. In fact, it is not just that your target audience is no longer watching the 8 p.m. slot. It's not just that that particular target audience isn't there. Fox lost billions and saw viewership go into the absolute toilet immediately upon the termination of Tucker Carlson. These brands aren't buying those advertising slots because suddenly they think there are more people to see the ads. Those ad slots just got cheap. They just got damn cheap. Sergeant Major says he's riding his tractor today. Hey, real quick, while you're watching, Sergeant Major, my yard guy came and did both our yards yesterday, and he hit me with a little extra something that surprised me because we had discussed previously doing the hedges, but I don't think I had actually asked him to do them, but he did, and they look fantastic. So you're welcome. Also, I may have you a buyer on that other thing, and I'll give me a call, or I'll give you a call right after the show today, and we'll see what we can set up. So yeah, the brands, man, they're getting hammered, and it's hilarious. But I wanna take you back in the Wayback Machine to remember when Hershey's did the her/she, right? And they brought out a dude in a dress to celebrate International Women's Month, right? Hershey's been hit with backlash. Boycott calls after casting transgender activist in International Women's Day promo. It's a dude in a dress. Now, they did lose some money. Hershey's did take some hits on their bottom line, but nothing anywhere near the level of Fox News firing Tucker Carlson or Bud Light partnering with Dylan Mulvaney. And guys, we talked about the Dylan Mulvaney thing a couple times the first week or so that it happened, and largely because there's two reasons. It was shocking how devastatingly effective the backlash and boycott against Bud Light was. But it's also true that Dylan Mulvaney and Bud Light both trigger the algorithm pretty aggressively, and we've actually seen some upticks in viewership and subscribership as a result. And by the way, if you're watching right now, subscribe, like, and share. Share. I cannot stress that enough. Share these videos because the algorithm does not like white dudes. It doesn't like me at all. But the backlash against Fox News and against Bud Light have been tremendous. Right, like I mentioned the other day, Whoopi Goldberg had her whole spiel where she said, "Y'all shouldn't be afraid of those crazy right-wing people. Y'all need to fear us." Well, Whoopi's point is very clear. that if you offend the right, they will vote with their dollars and they'll stop buying your product. But what you should be afraid of, big companies, is that if you offend Whoopi and her kind of people, which is to say Democrats, Black Lives Matter terrorists, but I repeat myself, right? Abortionists, right? Racist activists, elected politicians. If you offend her kind of people, they will, with carte blanche, with total immunity from the law, commit extraordinary acts of violence and burn your cities down. They'll set your shit on fire. They'll do it all summer. But what we've learned from these boycotts and these backlashes is that the $3.5 billion in damage that Whoopi's sociopaths and psychotics managed to cause in a year of insurrection, of taking territory, of murdering people, and of burning down government buildings and throwing firebombs at police officers, they only managed to do $3.5 billion worth of damage. Only $3.5 billion. We, by simply choosing where to spend our money or not spend our money, right? Boycotting Bud Light doesn't mean necessarily buy another beer. It could just mean stop drinking beer. And you have my apologies. I have not been very effective as an action agent in this particular boycott because I don't drink shit beer. I haven't for some time. Bud Light has not exactly been on my menu. So I was incapable of boycotting Anheuser-Busch any more aggressively than I already had just on taste. But the effect has been extraordinary. And now, this article from Variety, they are trying like hell to spin it, to make it look like firing Tucker was a win. Fox lost billions. That they get some, since Carlson's stunning exit last month, a time slot that has been shunned by many Madison Avenue stalwarts. Right, there you go, Madison Avenue stalwarts. What does it mean there? It means Procter & Gamble, right? One of the nation's largest and most influential advertisers. Of course they're going to start running ads in that slot. Those ads just got dirt cheap. Okay, and confession, right? Little aside here. I don't have numbers on the actual ad buy prices for that Fox News slot. I am, in all fairness, making an assumption, but it's an educated guess based on the data that's available for analysis. And the data that's available is the viewership for that time slot dropped off dramatically. I think it was more than 50%. It was psychotically bad. The market cap for the company, Fox News, went in the toilet overnight as a response to Tucker Carlson. And not only that, the very next day, Tucker, we talked about this the other day when it was going on. Tucker released just like a little 2 or 3 minute video on Twitter. And that video by itself got more views. I think it was almost double the viewership of not Fox News in the newly diminished 8 o'clock slot. No. It got more views than the whole of cable television. That's amazing. Tucker's going to be all right. Fox News, maybe not so much. But they go on to say we have had over 40 new advertisers come into the hour since we launched the new program, including some of the largest in the country. Excuse me. And really across all major categories, says Jeff Collins, Executive Vice President of Ad Sales at Fox News Media. Okay. Y'all gonna have to bear with me just a second. In fact, here. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm not going to sit here and just hiccup my head off on air. That's so. That's going on, and now I want to bring you around to this one. We're going to talk about the direction the Dylan Mulvaney situation is going now. And I apologize. This is New York Post. I like the Post, but I don't like their website because it doesn't play nice with reader view. Chicago gay bars boycott Anheuser-Busch as brewer shuns Dylan Mulvaney. We've covered this a bit. The Anheuser-Busch has put out several ads. One is like, look, we got a bunch of horses. Horses are super American. You should drink our beer because America. 9. Bush 9. And then they brought out this other one. Hey, look, people wearing blue jeans. White people like blue jeans. Buy our beer. Yeah, no, you have to do something substantial. Now, in the interest of doing something substantial, they have finally made public statements. They haven't made an ad for it, but they've made public statements distancing themselves from Dylan Mulvaney. Apparently there was a third-party ad agency that was actually involved in producing the Mulvaney campaign. That agency has been eliminated, has been sacked from Anheuser-Busch employment. They won't be doing business there anymore. They fired two, right? They fired the marketing genius that made the decision to use Dylan Mulvaney, whose audience is primarily children. Understand, Dylan Mulvaney's audience is primarily 13 to 17-year-old children. And the ad exec, the Heimendinger, whatever her name is, she was very clear that a part of her objective with Dylan Mulvaney was to target the youth, that they need more young drinkers. Okay. I've been smoking cigarettes since I was about 15 years old. And don't get me wrong, I like my cigarettes. But I was not a 18 or 21-year-old man when I picked up a bad habit. And I don't mean to blame somebody else for me picking up a bad habit, but my point is that that's kind of how those things happen. And it's not just the case that that's how those things happen. It's that we know, there is no doubt that that's not only how things happen, but the companies that produce those products also know that. Now, in fairness, it's not just your sin products that get targeted that way, right? Please believe you. Go pick up the Old Spice that's sitting in your bathroom right now, gentlemen, and you look at the back of it, and it says, because if your granddaddy didn't wear it, you wouldn't exist. That is an ad campaign. That is a marketing campaign to target young people. I've been using Old Spice since I was a young teenager. It's all I've ever used. It'll probably be all I ever do use. And not least because my wife likes it now. But I used it. I got married. My wife still likes it. If they hadn't got me hooked young, I might have tried another brand by now. See what I'm saying? It's not just the sin products that target the youth. It's all products. Striker says, so is that Ancient Spice? Look, my dude, I'm 42. I'm not that fucking old. Ma points out Terry Crews. Yeah, Terry Crews did those ads for. Yeah, that was Old Spice. It did the Old Spice ads, and they were freaking hilarious. So were the ones with the Mustafa guy. Ladies, I'm the man your man could smell like. Those are fan. My wife loves those ads. I love those ads. They're hilarious. And Terry Crews is definitely one of my favorite actors. But so I digress. Yes, Striker, you're older. In fact, one might say old. Oh, I mean, you're not the Nazi at the end of Holy Grail, but you know. Anyway, what we're seeing here is that the vote with your dollar plan, the maneuver, is incredibly effective. And so I'm going to give you guys some tactical and strategic marching orders, and you can absolutely take this, the part that I designate explicitly in just a moment, as financial advice. I am comfortable with this assertion. Save some money. Just stop buying shit altogether. Don't buy anything you don't have to. Go ahead and pare it all the way back. Get yourself to where the only thing you're spending money on is paying your bills, keeping groceries where you need them, basic maintenance on your equipment, your property, etc. Don't buy nothing you don't need, right? Get yourself back to that point where I don't spend a single dollar on anything that is not part of the absolute basic necessity. Get yourself back to there for, say, a month, or even just a week. And then, having done that, rather than ask yourself what allowances, what little basic stuff, I'd like to keep some beer in the fridge. I'd like to keep some liquor on the shelf. I'd like to keep some candy in the house. I'd like to have a snack here and there, something beyond just, beans and rice. Maybe I want to step up my game on a new TV or something. Once you've pared yourself back to that, I'm saving money by not spending anything on anything. I'm not going out to eat. I'm not stopping at fast food joints. I'm not buying alcohol, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. And then, once you've done that for a week or a month or so, instead of looking at, okay, I want to get into X, Y, and Z, which companies do I want to avoid because of their politics? That's not the question. No. Instead, ask yourself, who produces the kind of product that I'm looking for and has been explicitly in support of American values, life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, traditional family, laissez-faire capitalism, right? Instead of trying to boycott bad brands, go out of your way to seek out good brands. Now, Oh, Striker, you're gonna get. I'm not gonna fall for that bait. I'm not gonna fall all the way down the usury rabbit hole because I will get stuck here for way too long, and I've got shit to do. Go seek out good brands. I'm going to show you something. Let me see if I can pull this up real quick. I hadn't actually intended to talk about this morning, but since I'm on this piece of the topic, let me see if I can find it. Yes. I want y'all to go check out this website. They're not as big in Georgia as they are in some other states, but you know, it says right there, OAN, the Babylon Bee, Real America's Voice, Turning Point USA, Tucker Carlson, Newsmax. These are pretty solid. These are pretty solid brand endorsements for the product. It's called America's Marketplace. I'm gonna hide it for a second. I'll go ahead and log in and show you what it looks like when you're using it. It's built to feel like a social media platform. I'd say the aesthetic tends a little more toward Pinterest than it does toward, say, Twitter or Facebook. But it's called Public Square, publicsq.com. publicsq.com. And it's basically a shopping platform. You know, I want to find coffee near me, and it gives me a list of, okay, these are promoted. I'm not gonna do the near me bit on here right now, but I'll go ahead and pull up this one in general. Bearded Veteran, and it's supposed to get you at the near me thing, and you can get directions, what have you. And for a company to have itself listed on the website, they have to sign an agreement with the organization that says that they are basically anti-woke. It's phrased more delicately than that, and there's some important specificity associated with that. But these are companies that never bent the knee to a mask mandate. They don't do special offers for people based on psychotic, immutable characteristics. They're companies that are. They're not even all anti-woke. Many of them are just not woke, right? So I've been looking through these, and I'm trying to build some relationships with some of the companies that have had the brass cojones to go and list themselves as, hey, we do not support the current thing. So go check that out. It's Public Square. In fact, bear with me just a tick. I'm going to log out, and I'll drop you guys a clean link to the homepage. I think. I could be wrong. Here. There you go. So there's a clean link for the homepage, and I will go ahead and I'll go ahead and add that to the pinned comments under the YouTube video and on Rumble. So y'all go check that out. Thanks for watching this morning. But I'm gonna have to run. I've got a ballet to edit. Before I sign off, I saw Alex joined us. Good morning, sunshine. Alex, I've got a bunch of stuff to do today, but I'm flexible this morning. If you're somewhere nearby that I can meet you quickly, I'll get you your coffee cup today if you like. hit me up and maybe we can meet up for a minute and I can get you your cup. But apart from that, thanks for watching today, guys. I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow.